There's 2 people, man. Hey everybody, how you doing? Sir Stevie here, bringing you a new Warzone video. I hope you're all having a great day and I hope you're all staying safe. In the video today, everybody, I'm bringing you some tips and tricks that will help you get more wins in Warzone now that Season 5 has just released. As we all know, Season 5 has brought through a ton of different changes to the game. There's like new metas that are being used. There's new locations in a sense. There's new places to go, new places to explore. There's so much to do. And with that, obviously, there comes new tips and tricks to help you get better at the game. Some of these tips are specific to Season 5. Some of them are just specific to Warzone in general, but the tips that I feel like a lot of people overlook, and if you do use these tips, they will definitely help you get more wins, as they have done for myself. As always, if you do find the video useful, entertaining, fun, feel free to hit that subscribe, like button, turn those notifications on. It helps out so much with me being like a smaller content creator. Let me know in the comments below if you want to see me do some more tips and trick videos, if there's any specific subjects you want me to do them on, as I could make this like a bit of a series if you'd like to. But yeah, without further ado, let's get straight into the tips and tricks. So tip number 1, this is one that's specific to Season 5, and this is Stadium. I personally don't recommend landing Stadium if you're looking to go ahead and get some wins. Obviously, if you want to go and explore Stadium, go and explore Stadium. It's quite a cool place to land, you know, it's like newish to the map in a sense because it's just been opened up. But if you wanted to go ahead and get wins, I don't really recommend landing there, just because of the fact that I think we've all had that scenario where we've landed there, we've maybe got a kill or 2 under our belt, and then someone that was looting for ages has got all their armor plates on, they've got a good gun, and they've come and third-partied you when you've not got any armor plates on because you've been trying to find some. It's not a great feeling, and then obviously you're straight in the gulag, waiting for your teammate to buy you back, something like that. So I wouldn't really recommend landing Stadium if you're going ahead to try and get some wins in the game, because more often than not, you'll just find yourself dying. So coming into tip number 2, this is the zip lines that have been added onto the sides of buildings, on like tall buildings all around the map. Use them. They are so useful. It was so ingrained in my memory to not go for them and just go up the staircase or up the elevator shaft. But now that I've started using them, I can feel the benefit already. It is 10 times easier, it feels like, to get rid of a team on a rooftop, especially if like one person goes up the stairs, one person goes up this zip line on the side of the building, and then maybe one person goes up the zip line in the middle of the building. That's 3 points of attack that you've got to be able to get rid of those pesky rooftop campers. So if you do get a chance to use one of those zip lines and there is a team on that rooftop, use it. Moving into tip number 3, and this is to do with the new solo mode that's been added in. So as we all know, solos has always been a little bit unplayable in Warzone because of the fact that you can get eliminated so easily because there's no buyback method. If you lost your gulag, that was it, you were out. It wasn't like duos, trios, quads where you could get bought back by a teammate. But now we have BR buyback solo. So long as you have $4,500, you can get bought back into the game by yourself. That's it. You have to look out for yourself in solos. But now that you can buy yourself back, one thing that so many people are doing in this mode, and I can't stress enough not to do it, is when you die, don't land back on your loot. The reason being is you probably died like 10-15 seconds ago. The person that just killed you is still going to be in that vicinity. Odds are they're looking up into the sky waiting for you to land back on the loot, because that's what so many people do in this mode. I can't tell you how many people I have killed over and over again purely because of the fact that I've killed them, 10 seconds later I hear that enemy like dropping inbound, whatever it says, and then bang, I've just beamed them out of the sky before they've even had a chance to land. Don't land where you died previously. Go away somewhere else, get a scavenger, get something like that, get your loot back together so that you can buy yourself back again, and then get your loadout. And you never know, if you're in that point in the game where the free loadout might be coming in, you don't even have to worry about saving up as much money. So moving into the next tip, and this is similar to the Stadium tip that we gave a moment ago, and this is to do with the train. I personally don't recommend using the train as such, and the reason being is it doesn't really benefit you a lot. There isn't a lot of loot on there isn't a lot of cover on there, so you're not going to get any money really from it, and you're also quite easy to be killed once you are on it. So because of those reasons, I'd say avoid it at all costs if you can. Like I said, similar with Stadium, if you want to experience Season 5, go ahead, go on the train. It is quite fun. It's something a little bit different to do, but obviously with these tips that I'm giving, these are aimed at helping you get more wins. So if you are looking to do that, I'd avoid using the train just because of those reasons I stated. It can send you off into the middle of nowhere, and in some cases it can even just send you off straight into the storm, which obviously is a no-go for any of us. So coming into the next tip, this is to do with how to get more high kill games in Warzone. I feel like a lot of people wonder how do like people get high kill games, and really for me personally, when I'm trying to get a high kill game, my method is really simple. There isn't any particular place that I'd say you need to land, because obviously in Warzone, if you're trying to get a high kill game, you don't necessarily have to go for what people call a hot drop by landing at Superstore. There's so many ways of being able to buy back teammates, whether it's via Gulag, via a buy station, or even like the fire sale and jailbreak. The numbers don't tend to drop as much in Warzone as they have done in similar other battle royales where there's no buyback whatsoever. So what I tend to do, it's a great idea, is I get my loadout and then I just start going for as many bounties as possible. The bounties are amazing because it's almost like a free UAV at times. It tells you where a team potentially is, or a rough area where a team is. With the money that you then get from that bounty, you're able to use it on things like UAVs to find more opponents, self-revives that will help you out in more gunfights, and then you can also use that money for a potential buyback for any teammates that you lost pushing that bounty. Moving swiftly on into the next tip, and this is to do with the end game. This is a tip that I put in nearly all of my tutorial videos, but the reason being is I can't emphasize how useful this is in an end game, and it is basically stay to the edge of the zone. I don't literally mean it stick to the edge so you're like 1 centimeter away from the gas. What I mean is don't go straight for the middle of the zone. I feel like this is something that a lot of people do because there's the emphasis, say if it's the final circle, that the enemy has to push you, this, that, the other. But one thing that I really love about staying on the edge of the zone is I know I'm not going to get shot from behind, and I know that the chance of me getting third party is very small. If you go right in the center of the circle, say there's 3 teams left, you're right in the center of the circle, 1 team's to your left, 1 team's to your right. Who are they going to be shooting at? They're all going to be shooting at you because you're the closest team. If you go in the middle, you can just be setting yourself up for a third party. Obviously, sometimes it doesn't always work like that, but another great benefit to also being on the edge of the circle is the fact that you don't have to worry about people coming up from behind you. So if you're in the middle, you have to keep an eye out a 360 degree field of view to see where the enemy is, whereas if you're on the edge of the zone, you just have to have that 180 degree view, so you're not having to worry as much about different angles that you can get shot from, that kind of thing. And then last but not least, this is a tip that I use at the start of a game from time to time, and I feel like nobody else does it, but it can actually be quite useful. And this is, if I'm landing somewhere, maybe I've got my particular landing spot and I'm landing somewhere a bit quieter for a game, it can be quite useful to land on a most wanted contract. I know a lot of people only use them as a last ditch effort to get all 3 of the teammates back. It's really quite good if you land, say you're someone who's landing in a bit of a quieter part of the map. If you pick up a most wanted contract, say in a game of quads, sometimes they can pay only a small amount, like $2,680 each, I think it is. If you survive those 3 minutes, that's instantly enough for all of your team to buy the loadout. It's also great, say for example, if 1 or 2 of your teammates die and then lose their gulag, it brings them back as well, and you get the money from it. I feel like in the start of a game, if you land somewhere quieter, people are a little bit less likely to push a most wanted contract, as they're more focused on getting money so that they can get their own loadout. So you'd be surprised how many times you can actually get one of these most wanted contracts completed, and in some cases you won't even have a team push and fight you, so it's free money essentially. But yeah, those are all the tips at the moment that I've got for Season 5 and just Warzone in general. If there are any more subjects that you'd like me to focus on in particular, let me know in the comment section down below. If you did find this video useful, feel free to hit the subscribe, like button, turn those notifications on. It really helps out a ton, like I said, with me being a smaller content creator. But yeah, I will leave it there for now, everybody. Thank you so much for taking the time to watch. I really appreciate it. Have a great day. Take care. Bye for now.